Over the last few weeks and months, I've been trying to find an easier way to record good wireless audio, not just onto my camera, but also onto my smartphone. So I've been testing and using a wireless radio mic system from Hollyland, the LARK 150. And it's a really nice set of radio mics. So if you are in the lookout for a radio mic system, this could be just it. Ideally, what you want from a set of radio mics is to be really simple and easy to use. So you don't have to worry about frequencies, syncing, and all those things that you usually have to worry when you deal with radio mics. So this set of radio mics from Hollyland, the LARK 150, they do just that. It's as simple as lifting the radio mics from the case and it's automatically paired to the receiver. That is all you need to do. You literally don't have to worry about frequencies and syncing and all of those things that you do need to worry if you have a really professional set of radio mics. But for most people out there, you don't really need that. You want something that can get you going in no time. And this is the perfect system in my opinion. The transmitters will last for 4 hours and the receiver for about 7 hours. And let's be honest here, you're hardly ever going to be recording more than 4 hours straight anywhere, okay? If you do, obviously this is not a set for you, but I've hardly ever been in a situation where I've had someone mic that for 4 hours. More often than not is maybe an hour or 2 hours at the push, and then you move on to the next person or the next location. So all you need to do is lift up the radio mics, use it, and then once you finish, you pop it back into the case and it's recharging for you, okay? This case will charge the radio mics and the transmitter 2.5 times. So if you keep on recharging as the day goes, you can keep the radio mics fully charged pretty much all through the day. You could argue that it would be nice to have a slightly bigger case so that you could fit maybe the actual microphones in there. But in all fairness, you usually have a little pouch or bag separately where you have your microphones and other accessories. So I don't really think it's too much of an issue. I kind of like this small compact case. At the beginning, I thought I would have an issue. I wasn't too much of a big fan of this case. I thought it was too hard. It would be too bulky. I'm used to have soft pouches in my camera bags. But this fits anywhere, and I really like the fact that it keeps the microphones fully charged at all times. That's a really nice touch, you know. When you lift the microphones, they automatically sync up to the receiver, and you do get a reading on the receiver itself or how much battery life you got left on both the microphones and the actual receiver itself and the case. So that's really, really nice. Now, another thing that is really cool about this set of radio mics is the accessories that you get with it, okay? Because you're not only getting the transmitter and the receiver, but you get a USB to USB-C charging cable. You get a couple of wind gags or dead cats so that you can fit them on the actual transmitters themselves. And that's really nice for any quick and dirty sound recording that you need to do. You get a TRS to TRS cable and a TRS to TRRS cable for using it with the smartphone. And what is really nice is that you get a couple of lapel mics, and you know, they're not the best quality lavaliers that you can get, but they're not the worst quality, okay? They're sort of middle of the road. And the fact that they give you 2 of them with the system, it's really nice because you are saving there anywhere between $100 or $150 if you need to buy a couple of lavaliers of similar quality. That alone makes this system really, really nice. Talking about the transmitters, this is as simple as you're ever gonna get. You literally have to do nothing, okay? The moment you lift this from the case, it syncs directly to the receiver, and all you need to do is decide whether you're gonna use it as a clip mic or use a lapel mic. All you need to do is connect the lapel mic to the wireless mic, and that's it. You're transmitting audio into the receiver. It really is as simple as that. I mean, I could be spending here a long time telling you about the pros and cons and how wonderful this is. That's all you need to do, okay? And this is great when you're doing audio on location because you want something that is really quick and easy. You don't want to be worrying about things and searching the frequencies, and they do everything automatically. Not only that, but they do a really clever frequency hopping. So if you're in an area where there is a fair bit of people and smartphones and everything that could literally be sharing the same frequency, you don't get issues with the signal. Now, the transmitter is the one thing that made this system stand out to me, okay? Because it's really nice to have an analog jog wheel that you can adjust the volume, and you don't have to worry about pressing buttons and accessing different menus. It's really nice and smooth. And if I want to mute the microphone, I just press the button and that's that, you know. And if I want to get the audio back on, I press it back on and I adjust the volume accordingly. Now you can have two different configurations. You can have a single microphone or a dual microphone, okay? Single microphone should be pretty self-explanatory. That's all you need to worry about, just the one single microphone. With a dual microphone, it's really nice because you get this little split screen in the LCD that shows you either microphone, and you can control the volume separately and independently. That's really nice. I really like it. You got 4 different modes, which you can access just by holding the button for a few seconds. You can go into stereo, mono, safe mode, and phone mode, okay? Now, stereo mode is really helpful if, for instance, you want to record 2 microphones independently into separate channels, like discrete audio. Now, up until a year ago, if you wanted to do that, it was really complicated and you had to buy or invest in many accessories, and it was really expensive, okay? With this, that's all you need. You connect this receiver onto your camera, you set the mode to stereo, and that's it. You get in 2 separate audio tracks recording, so you can then edit them in post-production separately. That's really nice. Another feature that I really like is the safe mode or the safe track. And what it means is that in case that you're recording someone that has very loud voice and it has peaks in the speech, it keeps one track at a lower volume so that you can save that recording and it's not peaking or distorting, you know. So I think that's really helpful. And then you have the phone mode, which is the ideal mode if you're recording audio onto a smartphone. And you know, the quality is really nice. It's really easy to use, super lightweight. You know, that is the microphone. I mean, really, there is not much more to it. There is a problem though. If you want to record discrete audio on a smartphone, you're not gonna be able to do this, okay? You can do this on a camera, but on a smartphone, you don't have that ability. So my workaround is to use a small recorder like the Zoom H1N and do exactly the same thing. You set the receiver to stereo and then you record your audio onto the Zoom H1N. And then you can then sync this in post super easy using the guide track onboard sound that you record on your smartphone. That is, to me, the easiest workaround. If you do interviews, it may not be a real issue because usually in an interview, you ask the question and then you wait for the other person to answer and you're not overlapping audio. You're not speaking over the other person if you know what you're doing. But if, for instance, you're doing anything that is drama or narrative where you have different people talking and potentially talking over each other, this might be an issue. So this is the only compromise that I see with this system, okay? So if you need discrete audio, you need to use an external recorder. But again, we're not talking here anything complicated. It's really easy, and you might already have a compact recorder yourself. So this is great for smartphones. It's so simple to use. Now, another thing that I really like about this is that you get a headphone port, okay? And not all cameras have a headphone jack, okay? So if you're sending audio into your camera, that might only be the only 3.5mm mini jack that you have, whether it's in or out. So if you're recording audio in, you don't have a way to monitor audio. So with this system, you can do it. You know, you can just plug your headphones there and you monitoring audio. If you use this with a smartphone, this is incredibly useful because, as you know, smartphones don't have multiple IOs. You either go in or you go out. So the fact that you can have audio out into your phone and then you can monitor what it is that you're recording, it's really helpful. Now, I've been using this for a number of weeks now. All my videos that I've been shooting with a smartphone have been recorded with these radio mics, and my experience so far has been brilliant. I haven't had a single problem with the radio mic's transmission, the syncing to the receiver, any interferences. I haven't had any of those.
I can't have a review of wireless radio mics without doing a distance test. So these radio mics are listed at 100-meter distance, okay? So let's see how far we can make this work, okay? So let's just walk. Realistically, how many times you're gonna need more than this? Am I even still recording audio here? Is the receiver picking up the signal? Realistically, are you ever gonna need to record audio from someone this far back? Really?
Now, what you need to understand about radio mics is that it's all about frequency. So if you're gonna be in an area with a lot of people, with a lot of smartphones, like for instance in a festival or in a very busy shopping mall or in a very busy market, you might have interferences, okay? This is not because these set of radio mics are not good. It's just because this is a $279 system, okay? If you need to record sound in those sort of environments, you need to go for a really professional and very specialized type of radio mics. And those are in the thousands of dollars, okay? So in this price range, $270 or thereabouts, there is nothing better than this. Now, I cannot tell you whether this is gonna be suitable to your needs. You need to arrive to that conclusion yourself. But if you want an easy way to record sound onto your smartphone or onto your camera, and you don't want to be worrying about cables and, you know, heavy setups, this is really, really nice, okay? If you're recording on smartphones, the fact that you cannot have discrete audio onto a smartphone, it's a bit of a bummer. I wish I didn't have to use my recorder and I could record the discrete audio directly into my smartphone. But you know, I've been recording audio onto small compact recorders for years. I am very accustomed to that. So all I need to do is connect this onto my compact recorder and I can either attach it to my smartphone cage or into my pocket, depending on what configuration I'm doing. So I still don't find it too much of a problem. And you know, syncing audio in post this day is so easy. It used to be a real pain in the rear years ago, but nowadays it's just 2 clicks and the program does it all for you. So I really don't find it too much of a problem. Yes, it could be an inconvenience, but you know, you learn to work around it, and to me, it's not too much of a deal. So overall, do I recommend this? And I say yes. I absolutely love these jog wheels, you know, the analog adjustment of the volume. It's really nice. It's really simple to use. The transmitters even have a mute button on the body itself. So if you want to cut the audio for whatever reason, you just press that button and then press it again and you're recording audio again. So there's just so many features in this radio mic. I've had a really good experience using these microphones for the last month and a half, okay? Every video that I've shot with my cameras or my smartphone has been using these radio mics, and not once have failed me. So I strongly recommend it. I think you would be making a really good investment. And I hope that if you're watching this video and you're on the sidelines considering whether you need to invest in a radio mic or whether it's worth the money, you can consider this, because it's gonna make your life so easy. And with that being said, I really hope you enjoyed this video and you got something good out of it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. It helps to see the numbers going up. And I'll see you in the next video.